Welcome to the DSQ podcast with Blake Lawson and Dakota Reynolds.
Hello, everyone. You are my little soda pop. Welcome to DSQ.
Yes, even us at DSQ cannot escape K-pop Demon Hunters.
It's so good.
So honestly, it's a surprise we didn't reference it at all last week.
Yeah, no, it is.
It was like a week before the off week.
Yeah, it's been, I think, 2 weeks since we've actually seen it. Yeah. And yeah, no, it's been literally all of our, like half of our humor and more than half of our Instagram feed and TikTok feed.
Yeah, it's everywhere, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Yeah, no, you open up either of those apps and it's either My Little Soda Pop or fucking what's the other one? Golden or Your Idol or Takedown. Yeah,
I think they're all. I see. Despite being like the penultimate, not the penultimate, like the main like climax song of the movie, what it sounds like is not as popular as the other ones.
Yeah,
sucks
no.
because it's such a good fucking song.
It is a phenomenal.
They're all good
song.
fucking songs.
Yes.
Brought to you by Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters. You've already seen it. I don't know why they're paying around advertising. Anyway, but we're not talking about that. We were talking about the brand new, well, if you sat there in the two grandstands, Hungaroring, our halfway point of the race, as broadcast kept fucking saying, even though it's not. We're already past the halfway point. It's 14 of 24. That's more than half. That's a percentile or a decibel. That is not something I can do in my head.
14 of 24?
Yeah, it's probably easy, but we don't do math.
No, we don't.
We say as Blake literally spent 45 minutes making sure her spreadsheet was accurate, which turns out spreadsheet was not accurate. It's all humans.
It's 58%.
Or 58%.
That's all that noise just happens. Anyways.
Yep. Also, any background noise, we have a guest producer Pippa, so this week with us. Let's stop dawdling. Probably same as last week. I was like, we're just going to get through this because, I mean...
A lot happened, but not a lot happened.
Yeah, like, which, again, I think is just the season we're going to be presented to is like, it's going to be a whole lot of nothing with a couple of spikes, and hopefully the spikes are enough to carry everything else.
Hopefully we can get enough of a dopamine high off of those.
Well, yeah, Hungary, it's actually kind of a historic race for memes at least, because like you got the Lewis starting by himself, you got Bottas bowling. It's everything. Tire allocation, we're back to our normal, by the way. So our cool experiment, which didn't work because of the rain, I guess we're just going to hold off on that. So good job, Prix. Way to go. But yes. I don't think we had any other news.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Everybody's been quiet.
Nothing major on the news front.
That does lead into, I mean, obvious track upgrade of they rebuilt the thing basically, like the actual
whole
structure part.
Structure, yeah.
But
and as such, a little bit of infrastructure that they had to do with that as well. They had to resurface the main straight and the pit lane, probably to deal with all the construction vehicles that were back and forth on that. So that got resurfaced. They changed the turn 5 grass strip into a gravel strip. They put new concrete blocks with fences, is how it put it, on turn 14 on the left-hand side until the bridge. And then they adjusted the alignment of the white line and added blue line on exit T7. The new adjusted alignment is chaotic neutral.
Oh, yes. Good. Everybody loves good chaotic neutral. Just vibing. Just doing their thing. Probably a rogue.
Probably a rogue.
It's usually a rogue. It's a backdoor pilot to our D&D podcast launching next week.
It's not, though.
It puts some pressure to write an entire campaign in 2 days. If Griffin McElroy can do it, I can do it.
Surely. But yeah, that's about it on the track side of things. Not a whole lot there. Not a whole lot on the car side of things either. Our teams that did not bring anything this week McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Alpine, Haas, Williams, and Sauber. Leaves 3 teams who actually brought something, and most everything was kind of small. Red Bull brought a small downforce and reliability upgrade. Aston Martin brought a new front wing flap for the new front wing that they introduced in Belgium. And VCAR brought a small aero and cooling upgrade. That's it on that front. And then for power units, Alex took a new energy store and control electronics. Esteban Ocon and Nico Hulkenberg also took new control electronics, and Pierre Gasly took a new exhaust. There's one more on that. We will get to that later.
It's a Misery Mask tool. We'll save for later. Moving into the actual events of the weekend, me doing what Blake normally does and missing everything on Friday and Saturday live, which honestly, yeah, fine. Not missing much. We did get 2 rookies in our first FP, or obviously our first FP1. That's what the 1 means. Welcome to counting. Scheduled was Paul Aaron, Alpine reserve driver and little shit stirrer with his soon comment 2 months ago. How did that work out for you, bud? He steps in for Nico Hulkenberg. That one was planned, unplanned. Fernando Alonso getting a little bit of some muscle pain issue kind of thing, keeping it vague, probably rightfully so. So Felipe Drogovic, I always drop a syllable.
Felipe Drugovich.
He steps in for FP1, last minute approval. It's fine, but hey, that's another slot they don't have to do later, so I guess it works out. Of note of that, exact same from 3 races ago at Great Britain. Same drivers replacing the same drivers. So yeah, that keeps up. That puts both of them at 2 of their 4, and presumably the 2 for Hulkenberg and Alonso, so they don't have to sit out anymore. Lance and Gabby will have to sit out the other 2. I assume Abu will probably be the other 1, and then somewhere in there, I don't know. Maybe Coda? No, Coda's a sprint. I don't know then. I don't know. Somewhere in there.
Somewhere. Maybe Singapore or Baku.
Yeah.
Very high speed tracks for them to test at, so yeah.
But other than that, FP1, Piastri, that's not Gasly, has a Gasly has a PU issue. Basically just stuck. Weird stuff. Rookie driver Paul Aaron, I believe said Aaron Paul earlier. Paul Aaron. If I did, that's the actor Jesse from Breaking Bad. He had a critical stop error and had to pull off on turn 13. So not so much running. He probably wanted. Carlos had a turn 1 lock up. Pretty bad flat spot. Like you really can see him. It was pretty bad, but also kind of fucked his brake up.
Ooh,
good job. And lots of people towards the end of that session were locking into that turn 1. So foreshadowing for the weekend of it's going to be a little different. But yeah, there was all that. P2, Fernando Alonso is back, so luckily muscle pain not taking him out for the entire day or whatever muscle thing, which is good because Aston Martin seems to be on it this weekend. Lance was P1 for a solid at least 2 minutes halfway through the session. Lando has a little bit of a moment. And then Sainz, continuing with car problems, loses telemetry and comms right as he's about to box. So gets a little bit of a message to stay out, and then also the car behind him had to take a little bit of a maneuver. So interesting little bit there. And probably the biggest thing of note was Max Verstappen throwing in the towel. I guess one of the, obviously the wipe down towels keep, dirt and, I mean, not just dirt, but like moisture and any other thing off the race car. These are precision machines. Every little bit counts. Got left in the, in Max's cockpit, and obviously that is a safety concern if that thing gets wrapped up in pedals. We know what can happen when suspension and that kind of stuff fails. So he literally throws it out the window, not now leaving it on the track for anybody else. He does get as far over as possible. They do look at it. Red Bull, the team, gets the warning for it shouldn't have been there in the first place. Obviously, Max needing to get rid of that for his own safety and his other drivers and fan spectators and such. And your 3 practice 3 notes, nothing. Honestly, I didn't notice anything of note to happen. Yeah, kind of, like I said, I feel like we're just coasting through the rest of the season. It's all going to be better next year. I don't know about better. It'll be different. Oh, man. Let's get into your qualifying, which, man, kind of bummed I missed this one a little bit from the chaos difference. There was a lot of polar bears in Arlington, Texas with this one, as we put it a lot. Let's just go through it again. Well, I'm good for a short episode. You're probably good for a short episode. The listeners definitely want a short episode.
Yeah. Week to forget.
Yeah. Especially if you are a Ferrari fan, except for this, weirdly enough. Your Q1 exits, sad faces for Blake, Alex Albon, P20, weekend to forget. Followed by Nico ahead of him. Not followed by. Ahead of him. Nico, Esteban, Pierre, and Yuki Tsunoda. 500ths out of Q2. Early plan was, as on par with Max as the second RB driver can be at a point there, but just kind of not enough, apparently. Everybody kind of got in that gap. Your Q2 exits: Franco Colapinto, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton. Really thought more this weekend from Lewis, and more of, as we'll get into, more expected him from himself. Ollie Behrman and Kimi Antonelli both very close, very, very close qualifying this week.
No, absolutely.
In fact, I have a note on that. But your top 10, Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, Max Verstappen. Your bottom 3 in Q1 are your remaining RB drivers. Gabby B, P7, Lance Stroll, P6, Fernando Alonso, P5. Hello, Polar Bears. How are you? George Russell, P4, Lando, P3, Oscar, P2. And then, ladies and gentlemen, somehow, even himself doesn't understand how it happened. Charles Chuck Leclerc on pole position.
Insanity.
Of note, just by 26 thousandths.
Not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time. A 1:15.372. The single lap record is 1:13.447, set by Lewis in 2018, I believe. 2014, 2018, one of the two. I did not write down the year. And the book only has the lap time record, the race lap time record, which was 2020. So, of note, too, the fastest, the only time in the 114s for quali was actually Piastri in Q2. So, something up this week, because as we go to the race, your fastest lap, not anywhere close. We won't get into that. We'll get to that, to the stats and stars section. Yeah, Charles, bad weekend for Lewis. Basically, and that's, we'll talk about it a little bit. Basically, after this post-qualifying. God, I hope my mic didn't sound like that the whole time. The most down Lewis we've seen in, I'm pretty sure he felt better after Abu Dhabi in 2021. Yeah, they need a new driver. Replace me, basically. And I don't think he's, being clever and cheeky and foreshadowing. I think he just got not confident in the car. Which, really cementing that world champion going to Ferrari curse thing, aren't we?
We really are. I was like, it happened with Alonso, it happened with Sebastian, and now it's happening with Lewis.
Can't wait for Max to go to Ferrari. Oof.
It's completely... Well, I mean, technically, I was going to say it's discrediting Kimi, but also Kimi won a title at Ferrari. Yeah. He was their last title winner.
Yeah. The Iceman breaks the curse. Well, not breaks the curse, just was the exception to the curse.
You know what they need to do, right? They need to go Nick Antonelli from Mercedes.
Yep. The Kimi to save us.
They just need a team of Antonelli and Oscar Piastri. The namesake and the personality.
Yep. Combined. Look what they need to mimic even a fraction of our power. And you do.
It's shit.
It's Q2. Yeah, the qualifying order was close. Again, you got some weird stuff going on. It did technically rain on track, but not really. It just kind of messed with the temperature, changed the wind. A lot of drivers are blaming the wind shift when that cell kind of came through. But yeah, Charles Leclerc on P1. Hopefully, it's a good sign that he doesn't know how he did it. That means he's just so good. And hopefully Ferrari doesn't fuck anything up with the car. Let's go racing, shall we? We do have that one P issue to talk about.
There's a few Parc Fermé issues that went on. We have the duality of Pierre and Liam. Pierre takes a new front wing assembly. Liam takes a rear wing assembly. Sainz takes a right-hand side pod. Piastri takes a headrest, not the whole part. Just takes the left-hand side headrest lateral support patch. So just a part of it. Just probably the thing that secures the headrest onto that side. Yep. So, yeah. And the big one, Yuki starting from... Run by me one more time. Originally
P16.
P16. They just stopped to take a whole new set of engine stuff. New ICE, new turbocharger, MGU combo, and exhaust. So that will start him from the pit lane.
To which he stays. Basically.
Pretty much.
That was a little bit of that. Hello, producer Ludo. You were here. And just wait for the crashing of everything in the background.
You'll know. You'll know when Ludo's reached the top of the mountain.
All right, your race. Honestly, This kind of like, you got some peaks, but you got some big, just flat-ass valleys.
I think there was definitely a point where it was nothing going on, and then suddenly something came across, and all right, time to wake up.
Yep. I believe that was lap 30. Is the one where I actually like, what? Just on your opening lap, Lando makes up a couple spots. Penalty problems, or a couple early notes of the Steak Boys. I like Sauber Boys better.
Sauber Boys.
Yeah, Sauber Boys are at it again. I didn't get the reference Blake just made off mic.
Sauber Boys.
Oh,
Saja Boys.
Got it. More KDP, more KDH. Both the Sauber Boys, soda popping a little too soon on the start, and not idling.
All right. We've sold it.
Yeah, both of them noted for
shark.
being specific on this one of movement before signal, not just a generic false start flag. Gabby gets noted first, no further action there. Nico does get a 5-second penalty, which he serves in lap 43. Because I think by the time this was actually determined to get a penalty, it was like 10 laps later, and he had already done his first pit stop because he pitted early. I don't know. I guess you can't move at all, but like there was no. The document said it. There was no sporting advantage gained. It doesn't even look like the car moved forward. It looked like it just popped up.
The wheels were definitely rotating. I will say that. I was like, whenever they showed it back, I was like, yeah, wheels are definitely rotating. Yeah, he's going to get a penalty for that one. As anytime that the lights are on, then you can't move. Else you'll get dinged.
But 5 seconds there, like I said, served on lap 43 on his pit stop. Nothing to it. There were a couple penalties. I don't think they really affected things too much. A little bit later. Wow, we're on it today. I'm on it today. I'm sure Blake's fine.
Jums.
A little bit later, kind of not made a big deal, but potentially, really could have been a big deal. Oscar, God, man.
You got it.
Isaac,
I believe.
takes some gravel, like, direct hit on, like, one of his fingers. Like, obviously, their gloves are protective, but not that protective. And it's gravel going at, coming off an F1 tire at full race speed. Like, that's a bullet.
That's basically someone's pitching a baseball at you, and it's sharp and pointy and hits your fucking finger.
Yeah. So, continues the race, but, definitely not comfortable. And again, lucky. We've heard bad things about rocks, i.e. Helmet Marco.
Yeah.
Now, those were special, very sharp rocks that should have never been near a track in the first place, but this was purpose-put gravel, but whatever. He seems to be fine. I haven't seen anything like he got hurt majorly from it, but he definitely could have. Definitely could have broke a finger.
Yeah, no, absolutely it could have.
That would have put him out. Even with the, two...
I was going to say, depends on who you ask, because if you ask Lance, that'll not put him out any races.
Yeah. Which, given this race, maybe Lance does deserve to be here. Lap 19, Oscar has what appears to be such a good stop that you don't even see the tires get put on because the fucking direction fucked it up on the transition.
Yeah, no, it was literally as soon as the guys touched the tire, just insta-cut to him being released from his pit box.
Yeah, might be the best stop of the race. Who knows? We'll get there. And then by the time point, we literally actually set up like, oh shit, stuff's happening. 30. Max has actually been kind of going through, gaining spots. He's Max. He can do that. He just does that. Classic D&D terms. We do that. Instead of actually describing what the party's doing. Assholes. On the chicane, does a little bit of an overtake. Not a little bit of overtake. He overtakes Lewis. Lewis kind of just goes through the chicane. Everybody thought it was a penalty.
I definitely thought it was a penalty.
I was like, I'm setting up Blake for the pre-discussed crash out.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to say, hey, lap 32, it was noted.
Yep.
And then lap 36, it was lap 35 or 36. I think it might have been 35, but I moved it down because I put down in lap 35. There was a really cool helo shot transition where they shot down the one strip and you could see the helo in the distance fucking angling in to move in. And then the next shot was the helo shot to follow the cars. Really cool. Anyways.
Would love to put it in the video so you could see it, but that is
Formula One media will literally come to our house and just end us.
Yes.
So. Anyways, same time, that noted goes to under investigation. We're going to put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. Let's continue on beyond that.
Nothing else happened, though, so no.
Yeah, no. Just remember that that's a thing. Now, there's a few other things that happen.
So we don't find out this until post-race. Let's get into the Ferrari pain. Probably the episode title, the ScarLet down. See, now we're having to commit to it. The
Yep.
ScarLet down. So about lap 40, Charles starts to have some issues. Again, this gets revealed. I'm just going to put this right here. He's back and forth on the radio of like, we talked about this. I told you guys that we needed to do this way. Again, Charles starting on pole on a good lap. We're going to be lucky to even be on the podium. And boy, was Mr. Oracle correct.
Yep.
Spoiler. Not spoiler. You watched the race. But yeah, again, we don't know what it is. He revealed it's a chassis issue, and they talked about it, but Ferrari
being Ferrari.
As we move on, I guess at some point, Aldi Behrman picks up some damage on the rear. Don't ever remember seeing it.
Nope.
Like happening live or on replay. So.
Not in the slightest.
But that makes him retire on lap 50. And then Yuki and
Hulkenberg.
Don't know why I forgot 27. It's noted on here 6 times. Hey, he had a lot of penalty looks at this race.
Hey, this is why I write down the 3-letter abbreviations instead of the numbers, because I will forget the numbers. So I do the 3-letter abbreviations because I can go, oh, Sue, that's Sonoda.
Yeah. Well, I'm consistent because I have 27 and 5 for that. I spelled out Hadjar. I just put Oscar. I put Max and Lewis. I wrote out Charles. Again, we're back to 27 for Hulkenberg.
Fair enough.
I wrote out Behrman and then 22 and 27. I guess it's just Nico. I don't want to write out Hulkenberg or Hulk, apparently. And I know Yuki. I'm not going to forget Yuki's number. So.
But of course.
They have just turn 1 incident. I don't think we ever saw it. Same thing.
Yeah, no, same thing.
There was
I
an
didn't
incident.
really see anything.
An incident.
I honestly haven't even looked at it to tell if anything went wrong. But I mean, soon, and by soon I mean not soon, but it soon got put under investigation and then no further investigation. So,
I think reading it might have been forcing another driver off, but like it was kind of not really. I don't know. We can pull up the document.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I just have it as noted. I didn't put that if it was forcing another driver.
I kind
or
of
if it was
forgot I
causing
could
a
read the
collision.
document for the steward's decision.
This is very true. We do have the ability to do that, especially from the bots on Yolden, Twitter, and Mastodon, and possibly Blue Sky. But at the very least,
did not see a good one on Blue Sky. I didn't see. Yeah, and then the one on Threads is like very behind. So
gotcha. Well, I use the Mastodon, which is just a direct post of the one on Twitter. So
yeah, well, like, the one I saw on Threads was a different person. The one we use is. I'll tell you after I scroll to get to the document because I don't want to lose my spot because I was actually looking at Belgium for something.
that is.
We're
very
looking
fair.
at championship points. Decision document number 38. Yeah, forcing another driver. They forced another driver off, but he rejoined the track in front of him. It didn't really affect the order, so they didn't really care. Anyway, the DocBot is automated by, on Twitter, Sepe. Sepe W.
Sebe W. Thank you.
SEPPE.io for his website.
Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
It's from Brussels. Nice. Honestly, never looked it up before.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the Twitter bot, or X. It's Twitter. But yeah. Also, I don't have to say, even though I have the FIA official documents page like bookmarked, it's that way I don't have to actually download the entire.
Yeah,
PDF.
every time.
A little bit down. Charles begins his revenge tour, and just was like, "Hey George, no." Braking under straight, he gets a 10-second penalty.
Nope.
Correct, 5-second penalty. I put 5 as
Yes,
16.
because they resolved them in the opposite order. Because at the same time that was going on, Gasly and Sainz had an incident for causing a collision.
Which again, I don't remember ever seeing.
Nope, we didn't because we were too busy watching Leclerc and Russell, and they never went back and showed it because it was at the end of the race.
Yeah. From that, 10-second penalty for number 10 for that causing a collision, and then 5 for 16 for his braking under erratic driving was the official call. Doesn't affect the position for for Charles, and it does affect Pierre's position, but at the back of the field, it doesn't really matter. I guess I don't count back, which whatever.
Is what it is.
And then finally, lap 68. We finally get a little bit of something going. Oscar Piastri, last couple laps, he's really getting that, really just chasing down Lando. We're getting there. We're going to see some shit. Papaya rules, baby. Let's go. Oh, God, he locked. Okay, they're fine.
There was a distinct moment where I thought it was over. I thought you were about to lose both McLarens, and it was about to be George your winner, then Leclerc, and then Fernando Alonso back on the podium.
And then George get disqualified, and Gabby B would get his first.
Gabby B!
For spoilers for your rundown. But no, managed to keep it clean. Unfortunately, cooking the tires just enough where Oscar cannot make another pass. So, yep. Let's get into that rundown. Let's just run it down. Let's get this over with.
We'll get into the rundown. After I
Or
have
you're getting to the...
a word.
Okay.
So
Sorry, I wasn't sure exactly when you wanted to do.
Oh yeah, no. I was waiting till the end of this
Yeah.
because we've got
After the
everything
race.
resolved.
It is after
Except for your Verstappen Hamilton incident. Said we'll stick a pin in that because so did the FIA for whatever dumb fucking reason. Yes, I'm about to crash the fuck out. Okay. So, that was noted on lap 32, 31, something like that. It was almost immediately after the actual incident, right? Yeah. 4 laps later, they finally switched it over to under investigation, which they were slow with the first couple. That one and with the, well, no, on the first few, because they did the 5-second penalty for Hülkenberg on lap 9. So that took 9 laps to figure out. The under investigation started on lap 36 or 35. So we're looking at conservatively 3 laps between that. And then 10 laps after that, after it first was noted, we're told that they're going to investigate it after the race. I really wouldn't bother too much. I wouldn't have even thought about it, but the entire time I was sitting there thinking, it's Verstappen and Hamilton. They're going to save it for after the race, aren't they? And sure fuck enough, they did. Because after that, you have the incident with Hülkenberg and Tsunoda. Happened on lap 52. By lap 57, they finally popped it under investigation, had it resolved a lap later. No further investigation. Lap 63, they had 2 different incidents pop at the same time. One between Leclerc and Russell, one between Gasly and Sainz. They had them both under investigation by lap 66, had one of them resolved by 67, and had one of them resolved by lap 69. Nice. But because it's Hamilton and Verstappen, because it's these 2 motherfuckers, they're going to wait and do it after the fucking race. Fucking, not everything has to be eggshells anymore. Neither of these 2 are competing for a fucking championship. This wavelength is about to be fucking just solid to the fucking line. It's just going to be a square. But not everything has to be fucking eggshells anymore. Fucking do your jobs. Investigate it now while there's time. If you can get the rest of these done in about 5 to 6 laps time, why the fuck can't you get theirs done in time?
Especially...
They're not special!
Especially, what was the result?
Nothing! No further investigation! Oh, well, we had to talk to them. Fucking give the penalty or don't give the penalty based on what you saw, and then ask later if they want to appeal it. If they want to appeal it, then they can just continue to the end, not serve that penalty, and then appeal it, and then fucking the time gets revoked anyways, and they get their position back. But no, you decide that you want to fucking charge people out the ass for the chance to do an appeal, and then deny the appeal every time anyways. Yeah. FIA is a fucking joke. Anyways, that's my crash out. How solid is that square?
That's fine. It's not a square,
It's
but
not
it is
square,
very...
but it is very
it's
spiky.
Wide. Yeah. It's a wide spectrum. You got there. I'm surprised Luna is on top of my computer. My power button's not on the top of my computer, but she is on top of my computer. That's great. Fantastic. Thank you, producer Luna.
Wonderful, wonderful. And with my crash out done, let's get to the rundown. I
was going to say, talking about this, like, we kind of talked about it during the race. It's like, show somebody from 2021 the thing, and you mentioned, it's like, okay, yeah.
Show them with
like,
Verstappen and Hamilton battling each other, and show, like, you can keep the teams in there as well, because it's like, oh yeah, Verstappen's still battling at Red Bull. Oh, Lewis moved to Ferrari? That's dope as fuck. And then you show them what places they're in. 11th and fucking 12th.
First not point scoring position. Yeah. Like, anyway. That beautiful rundown footage.
That beautiful rundown. Your race results for the 2025 Hungary Grand Prix. Your winner, of course, Lando Norris, with a time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, 21.231 seconds. Gained 2 positions to finish P1. Second place, losing a position, is Oscar Piastri. And third place, gaining a position from his starting place, that was a weird way of saying place, from his starting place, George Russell. Outside of the podium.
I believe Oscar Piastri started where he finished. Or finished where he started.
Why am I like this?
I don't know.
You are correct. Oscar Piastri finished where he started.
Not a big deal, but
It is to me. I got it wrong.
0.
So, yeah. Nothing there. Outside of the podium, Charles Leclerc loses 3 spots to finish P4. Fernando Alonso stayed where he was to finish P5. Gabby B gains a spot to finish P6. Lance Stroll loses said spot to finish P7. Good job, Gabby B, for passing Lance Stroll.
That was a feat this week.
Yeah, no kidding. Lance is on it for the past few weeks. I did have a friend before the race, like, just sort of met them recently, and that, you know, they're an F1 fan or whatever, back and forth about it before the race, and they were like, yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people give Lance shit. And I was like, yeah, definitely sort of play it up a little bit, but, you know, he definitely has his moments, and he's been doing okay recently, so I'm happy for that. P7 for Lance Stroll. P8 gaining a spot, Liam Lawson. P9 losing said spot, Max Verstappen. Liam Lawson beating Max Verstappen. The year is 2025, my friends. You have not gone 70 years into the future. It is 2025, and Liam Lawson beat Max Verstappen. Insanity. And rounding out your top 10 is Kimi Antonelli, having gained 5 spots to get there. Outside of the points, you have Isaac Ajar down 1 position. You have Lewis Hamilton in P12, staying right where he started. Nico Hulkenberg gained 5 spots to finish P13. Carlos Sainz lost a place to finish P14. Alex Albon, with his Williams buddy, gaining 4 places to finish P15. Esteban Ocon loses a spot to finish P16. Yuki Tsunoda gains 3 spots to finish P17 off after his pit lane start. Franco Colapinto loses 4 places and finishes P18, probably almost exclusively from his pit stops. Spoiler alert. P19 losing 3 places is Pierre Gasly, and your sole DNF, Ollie Behrman, lost 9 places to not finish, but technically the 20th spot. Fun fact, P10 and down were a lap down.
Yep.
Like, it was a lot.
But no one was 2 laps down.
No one was 2 laps down. I'm happy for that, but...
Monaco without the walls, but still with the placements.
Yes. It is super small track. Your fastest lap was George Russell on lap 45 with a 1 minute 19.409 seconds. Pretty fast. So that tells you how small that track is. Yeah.
But not the record.
Huh?
Said, but not the record.
But not the record. No, not even close.
No.
It was a, what, 116?
It is a 116. 627. Set by Lewis Hamilton in 2020.
Yeah, so 3 whole seconds. Yeah. Your driver of the day, I voted for Gabriel Bortoleto.
I actually voted for Piastri to manifest and to get ahead of time the awesome last lap overtake he was going to do on Lando Norris to win the Grand Prix. Oops!
Didn't happen. Your winner of driver of the day, Gabriel Bortoleto. 18.8%. It was very close as they were showing the percentages.
Yes. How close was it?
How close was it? Well, Gabby B finished 18.8%. Fernando Alonso under him, 18.3%. Under him, Charles Leclerc with 15.2%. Under him, Lando Norris with 9.8%. And under him, Oscar Piastri with 7.7%. All others getting 30.2%. At one point, it was, I think, 14, 13, and 13.
Yes.
It was
absolutely
very close at the start of this. Yeah, that was very nice. Your pit stops. So, this is, I think, in the history of us doing this and like keeping track of the pit stops, this is the first time we have had a tie on the pit stops. Fortunately, team-wise, it doesn't really matter because both of them are McLaren. McLaren, their Norris pit stop, and McLaren, one of their Piastri pit stops, I believe the second one, because that would make sense, both a 1.94 seconds. Norris is on lap 31, and Piastri's on lap 45. Your slowest pit stop belonged to Franco Colapinto, Now, I originally had this wrote down as 7.23 seconds because I didn't really pay attention, and I saw the 11 number at the bottom. I was like, oh yeah, no, that can't possibly be a legitimate thing. And I went back and watched it. Turns out it is. Both of Franco's stops had a problem with what I believe is the right rear. Because I could see the people on the left, and it looked like they were looking back and to the right, and there's just a dude that just, like, arms up, just fucking, what the fuck, man? Both times. It was kind of humorous. But yeah, his slowest stop, 11.01 seconds on lap 13. So yeah, I think it was legitimately just his pit stops that fucked him over. Because it was 11.01 and 7.23. Yeah.
That sucks.
It does. But yeah, that's your stats.
To get into our F1 predicts.
So I maintain that if you need a hit out on anyone, let me know, because I apparently have that ability.
So here's the F1 house leaderboard. In first place is Tori with a correct percent of 30 and 39 points. Second place, Blake with a 7% correct and 11 points. And me with a 4% correct with 10 points. I got points for Oscar finishing on the podium, and I chipped that. And that's it. It's the only thing I got.
I believe
Brutal.
I got very similar. I got points for Oscar being on and for Lando being on, and that was it. And I did not chip that one, but
I've decided to, unless I'm confident about one of the other ones, I'm just going to chip
the podium.
the podium.
That
'cause
makes
it's the
sense.
most-
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, yeah, and if you get the right position, you're going to get double for that person anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, after a good 117 points last week, 10.
yeah, no, I got that one partially correct. Every other one wrong besides the Williams Alpine, who will score more points, and that one is a no contest because both of them finished outside of the points.
Yep. It still showed up at a red X to me, though. So.
Oh, no, it shows as a blank spot for me, so.
Oh, well, I'm on the website. You're on the app, so maybe
You know,
maybe some difference.
go
Anyway.
fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, I forgot my login. Somehow. No, I didn't forget my login. I went to log in. It wasn't saved in my phone thing. I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. F1 TV Sundance really matters. Not that I watch F1 TV on my phone anyway. All right. 3 stars of the race.
Yeah.
Fucking nobody.
Turn 7.
Turn 7. No. My third star is the Sauber boys. I mean, +5, for Hulk, +1 for Gabby, kept in the points, battled it out with his manager a little bit, kept Lance Stroll behind him after passing him again this week. Impressive. Yeah, so some Sauber. That being said, Sauber, you're going to have to get some podiums because you've been riding you guys have been doing okay. I'm expecting more and more. Same thing that's why Haas doesn't get their shit anymore. I'm starting to expect more from you now. You got a break. You better come back.
You gotta start performing. No, I mean they are a back marker team. I get that they're performing better, but that does not change the fact that they're a back marker team. You gotta give them a little bit of credit. Same with Haas.
3 stars. Or a third star.
Yeah, I mean that's still good. My third star did nothing and got P3 and got star 3. George Russell. That's it. He did nothing. I'm gonna say nothing.
You said your third star was going to be Joe. Can I get it?
Yeah.
Nice. I thought we were going to have the same one for a second, but I'm like, okay, no. Second star is the Aston Martin boys. Again, Stroll, I mean, you lost a place. Alonso didn't gain any spots, but you stayed in there. That's a double points. That's a rare occurrence. You win the Minecraft Let's Play.
Let's play.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't think of anybody else to give a star to. You guys did the best positions. Maybe an honorable mention to Antonelli, but I don't know.
I did want to give an honorable mention to Lance because, like I said earlier, me and that guy got to talking about that, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I do kind of play that up a little bit. He did good this week. He really did. Yes, he lost a spot in the actual race, but qualified well, so
Yep.
there's already a good show, and didn't drop out of the top 10. He's gaining places in the battles. Spoiler.
On merit.
On merit.
Oh, in the race. Sorry, I realized you were talking about battles, but
Nah, battles, but still, he's gaining spots in the battles. Anyways, my star number 2, I actually swapped these after I wrote them, but before we got started today. Kimi Antonelli gained 5 positions, scored a point for Mercedes. Woo.
I guess it is a
lot
point.
going on.
It is a point.
It is a
A
point.
double points finish. We got in there. My number 1 star is Hyde the Pain Herald, son of Hungary, taking a picture with F1 meme god Fernando Alonso. Real name Andreas Arato. I'm probably mispronouncing that horribly, but Hyde the Pain Herald, our favorite, just millennial. Even though he is not, he is like 90 years old or 80 years old, one of the two. But he gets us. And he got this race. He must have been a Ferrari fan, even though he's in the Aston Martin garage and the V-Carb garage. He's a Ferrari. He is the embodiment of Ferrari. Yeah, Hyde the Pain Herald, one of our favorite memes. At least for me. I don't know.
My number 1 star and your driver of the day, Gabriel Bortoleto. Impressive weekend that saw a lot of big names either going out early or underperforming in qualifying, and Gabby B straight up took advantage of that. Qualified P7, goes on to claim P6 in the race like a true fucking hero.
That's what you got to do. It's like if the big guys don't perform, you got to show up in the absence.
Let's
Toronto Maple Leafs second, third, and fourth line.
I need you
Nick
to...
Robertson, I love you, but fuck, man, come on.
I need you to rehear.
Third goal season.
The people that he fucking beat out, right? He beat out Lance Stroll, Liam Lawson, Max Verstappen.
That's 4 world champions.
It's already 4 world championships. Kimi Antonelli, Isaac Hadjar, Lewis Hamilton.
That's 11. Or if you believe it should be swapped, 11.
Nico Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda, Franco Colapinto, Pierre Gasly, and Ollie Behrman. That's so many people. That's so many people that he beat. Yeah, Gabby B.
Oh, he deserves.
Very well deserved.
It's rough out there in the rookie game.
It is. Lots of moves to be made.
Lots of battles.
Lots of battles you got to pick. That's a segue. Yeah, it's battles time.
Part regularly to sit back and listen.
So for your World Drivers' Championship, the 2 big ones is just Oscar and Lando. Like they're fighting it out. Obviously, Lando won this one over Oscar. Oscar still finished P2, so a few points, but Oscar still leads by 9 points to Lando. And then beneath that, we have a huge little shifting section from about P11 to P17 in the championship. So Fernando Alonso's finish today, if I'm correct, yes. Fernando Alonso's P5 finish today gets him up to P11, which is 4 spots up from last week. He is 1 point behind Ocon in P10. So he's almost in the top 10. Like, really almost in the top 10. He is tied with his teammate Lance Stroll, but I think on count back he wins that. Lance Stroll in P12, having gained 1 position after finishing P7 in this race. But he is tied on points with Fernando. P13, having lost 2 places, is Isaac Hadjar. He has 4 points behind Lance and Fernando in P13. P14, 2 points behind Isaac is Pierre Gasly. He lost 2 spots to be there. Liam Lawson lost a spot to be in P15. He is also tied with Pierre, so at 20 points. Carlos Sainz is dead even, did not go anywhere, but is in P16, having being 4 points behind Liam and Pierre technically. And then Gabby B has gained 2 spots from his P6 finish today. He is sitting 2 points behind Carlos in P17. Of note, we did have eliminations. I think this week, it might have been last week, but at least this week. Ollie Behrman, Franco Colapinto, and Jack Doohan are all eliminated from championship contention. I don't remember the maximum amount of points that you could get. I wrote it. Well, I didn't write it down. I put it in the Excel doc, and I'm just dumb and forgot how much it is. But yeah, those 3 are all eliminated. Yuki, mathematically, is still in the championship race. Only if Oscar and Lando were to die tomorrow and Yuki were to win all other races and sprints. That is the only way that he would win.
Saying there's a chance.
I'm saying that there's a chance, but get ready to get let down next weekend. All right, not next weekend. Like 3 weekends from now. Fucking summer break, man.
I'm fully prepared to be let down given odds.
I think you're going to be let down several times between now and then, but yeah. World Constructor Championship is a little bit funkier. So McLaren obviously still your top. So I can sort of go through more of these because there's only 10 teams. So I really just have everybody wrote down. McLaren is still your top team at 559 points. P2, and it is not even close. Ferrari, they are 299 points down. So, yeah, I'm going to preemptively say congrats McLaren on the Constructors' Championship. Unless y'all do something fucking stupid. Keep Flavio Briatore away from your garage. Yeah, Mercedes is in P3. They are only 24 points down from Ferrari, which is a race. Both Ferraris fucking crash and George somehow wins the race. Kimi doesn't even have to be in the top 10, and they will still overtake Ferrari. Below them is Red Bull in P4. They are down 42 points from Mercedes. That's everyone that's in championship contention. Everyone else has been fucking eliminated already. Williams is 124 points down from Red Bull, which is insane to fucking say.
Yep.
Tell me that last year, and I will lose my goddamn mind.
2 years ago.
Red Bull was doing well last year.
I see.
But just, like, tell me the last year that Williams is, like, right behind Red Bull. I'm losing my mind. Aston Martin did gain 2 spots this week from both of their drivers finishing within the points. They are 18 points down from Williams and are currently sitting in P6. Sauber lost a place to do that. They are in P7, and they are 1 point down from Aston Martin. Racing Bulls / VCarb / etc. Lost a spot. They are in P8. They are 6 points down from Sauber. Haas is 10 points down from Racing Bulls in P9. And Alpine is 15 points down from Haas in P10. I did note to Coda earlier, there is a distinct possibility, especially if McLaren win or 1-2 every race from here to the end of the season, that they get over 1,000 points, which is bizarre to me, but nature of the sport, I guess.
Did Red Bull not have 1,000 at one point during the...
I don't think so. Because I think it was very back and forth with Mercedes a lot, and then McLaren and Aston Martin and all that.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of hard to have 1,000 points when your second driver isn't competing.
Yeah. Very true. Which Checo was up there, but yeah, definitely Mercedes dominance. Maybe Mercedes had 1,000. I don't know. Dominance will bore fans.
I don't know. But you know.
Won't bore fans is memes.
The memes. I don't know what order
unless
we're going
to
do.
Unless you're a McLaren, or unless you're a Ferrari fan.
Yeah. I don't know what order we were originally going to do it in, but I'm just going to do it in the order. And I clicked on the first one, and it will just be in order from there. Because I don't think I have anything else from this week before that. So everything else is WUA related.
Not a woo podcast.
Yeah, no. But I did have that friend from earlier shoot me a meme, and that's the first in our selection of Charles Leclerc suffering built character. Suffering built character. Suffering built character. Suffering built character. This man, and I had said this to that friend, this man needs to trade in all of his character and just be Michael Schumacher for a few years. He has enough. He has enough character to do so. After that, go from one Ferrari crash out to the same guy and even more of a crash out. Hello, man. How's it going? The longest fucking radio message I've ever seen in an F1 race. Jesus Christ. Moving on from that, Lando Bottle, except he reversed the bottle. It's fucking Animorph style. Fucking hilarious. Whoever fucking, yeah, I really need to start, like, snipping the bit that has the credit to these memes as well. Like, I feel scummy and F1 trolly by not crediting these people, but go to Formula Dank. That's where, like, 99% of these memes come from. Occasionally, there'll be one that I will put together, or that Dakota may put together, or that someone that sends us from other sources, like today. But most everything's r/Formula Dank. Phenomenal. Then we have Karen George. He cannot... I think every time that he's gotten P3, or at least frequently when he's gotten P3 or P2, or on the podium in general, he's complained about someone driving too crazy, too rough, he's moving on to braking. He just fucking turned in on me.
It turns out does nothing P3 is actually complaints to the manager.
Bitch to the manager. Get P3. And finally, one bright Ferrari spot for the week for your qualifying. Oh, it'll be a McLaren 1-2 start.
Banana.
Not if the Banana Man has anything to say about it. COVID was an awful time. It was an awful era, and obviously we're still kind of in the COVID era, but like the main like 3 to 4 year window of COVID. Awful time. Fucking that first year, though, in F1 brought so many memes because a lot of them were racing just online and everything. Got Max heavily into fucking iRacing and all of that. Had Leclerc and George Russell and Albon and I think Lando as well all streaming their stuff. And you get this beautiful picture of Leclerc in a banana.
I have never looked so good.
I've never looked so good. I think that's also around the time when he ended up crashing into the stupid spot in Baku and just stared at the camera like, fuck.
I had a nickel for every time I've hit this castle section. I had 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot. But man, I'm stupid.
Man, I am stupid. Well,
I think that's it.
That's it for a while.
Yep.
We're gonna have to split ball something because I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't like have us put something out in the next couple of weeks. We just had a break.
I mean, if my, crazy or blind prediction thing comes true, we're gonna get a fucking black and white video of an announcement of a retirement here next week. So, if something comes up, possibilities.
Me mouthing Lewis to Dakota.
Like, there's a tease on something about the 8th. I think he's just gonna launch like a clothing or a watch line or something. But
definitely, it's probably something like that. But like, man, I'm useless. They should just find another driver. Like, oh fuck.
It's just gonna be Valtteri taking over Franco, or they're gonna officially announce Cadillac.
I need Lewis to black and white walk in front of the camera and then announce the clothing line.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the teaser wasn't black and white, so.
Just, oh my god, just scare everybody and just like, oh no, not Seb all over again. Hey guys.
My new Rolex line,
It's like, oh, thank God.
which you can pick up for $500,000 starting. Yeah. We can probably come up with something. If not, we'll try the break.
Yeah.
But
Everyone could use a break from us.
we'll be back with Zandvoort, the
On the
Netherlands.
31st.
Not a sprint race.
It should be.
It is next year, maybe.
It should
I don't
just
know.
be a sprint race.
Yeah.
No actual
Which-
race, just a sprint.
I guess we should mention we talked about sprint last podcast. Apparently that was a leaked, non-official. No, it was leaked by the official
Oops.
Zandvoort account. But so if that's the official schedule, there you go. There was our thoughts on it. If there is a new actual schedule coming out, then I guess we'll talk about that too. But I don't know. It looked pretty good. Came from the official fucking Dutch Grand Prix account. So whatever.
I do think that the next few races are peak. Yes, you do have the Netherlands, and that's very 50-50. But then you have
But you got the speed.
you got Monza, and you got Azerbaijan after that. And I am
It's
so fucking ready for Azerbaijan.
We got max on
Speed?
speed, we got the Temple of Speed, and we got Castle Speed.
The castle speed? You mean turn 16 to turn 1? Okay, good job, audio podcast. Turn 16 to turn 1. Foot down. Don't step off until I see God or a checker flag. Oh, I love that section so much in the F1 games. It's just, how much of a Billy Badass do I feel like? Have I done enough Ace Combat tunnel runs to go from 16 to 1 without taking my foot off the gas? The answer is usually yes. If I have even an ounce of damage on my car, it's over. I'm in the wall.
Well, we can look forward to that after the break. Like I said, anything comes up or we come up with something fun, we'll see you before then. If not, we'll see you after Max's home. Like he lives there.
Yeah, he actually lives on the track.
Yeah, that's what actually turned to the second. He lives under the banking. Like he has a little like fucking cave dwelling he lives in. Dark.
Strange enough, great connection for iRacing.
Yeah, I was like, it's got fiber, and it's got a racing sim. What else does it need? It's a little vacation. It's a little vacation from Monaco because living in Monaco is such a hard.
Oh, it's so hard. It's such a awful driving experience. And it's so crowded.
The property values. Must be nice. Anyway, we'll see you then, guys.
Follow the pod everywhere at DSQ Pod.